I've put together this list of pros and cons so that you can make an informed decision on whether or not Pittsfield, Massachusetts might be the right place for you to move. I'm Cameron Volastro. I'm a Pittsfield, Massachusetts native and a local real estate expert. If you're thinking about moving to the area, please reach out to me. My contact information is all below. Let me know the things that you're looking for in a property. Let me know the things that you're not looking for, and I'll help you find the right one, whether you're looking from afar and you need virtual tours, or if you want to plan a jam-packed weekend and come into town, find the right house while you're working on moving here. Anyway, let's jump right into it, starting with the cons. For the first con, we have lack of public transportation. Pittsfield, Massachusetts does have public transportation in terms of we have buses and bus stops and all of that. However, there's a lot of communities that don't have a bus stop right nearby. We also do not have Uber. There might be one or two Uber drivers in the area. However, you cannot rely on Uber. You cannot go on the app and be like, I want to get picked up in 10 minutes. You might go to the app and there'll be no drivers and you'll kind of be SOL. You can call taxi services here. It's not like a lot of cities where you have transportation at your fingertips. So if you do not have a car and you do not have a driver's license and you do not intend on getting one, this might be a tough place for you to live. Next up, number 2, we have the lack of nightlife in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. We do have more nightlife than most of the Berkshires. We have bars like Methuselah where you can go and they do last call around midnight. But if you're someone that likes to go and burn it out until 3 in the morning, this is not the place for you. There's a lot of beautiful restaurants and bars to go to here. It's just there's no club scene here for you to partake in. Con number 3 is the current state of North Street in Pittsfield, which is that main strip downtown part of our city. Let me start by saying that there are some fantastic businesses on North Street. I regular many businesses on North Street. I go to Hot Harry's to get lunch all the time, and I go to Stephen Valenti's to buy the majority of my professional clothing, or go to the Beacon Cinema there. However, it's not the type of downtown main strip that people are generally going and walking around with their friends and family, bouncing from restaurant to business to business. And it used to be that. It just hasn't been that for a very long time. I know the new administration, which just took office, is looking to do everything in their power to make North Street the amazing spot that it once was. It hasn't been that as long as I can remember, and I hope that they succeed in it. But as of right now, North Street is a con for Pittsfield, just because we do not have that fabulous downtown that some of the surrounding areas have. Like Lenox and Great Barrington have very wonderful walkable downtowns. Number 4 is something that I think is true to many different parts of our country right now. It is very hard to find certain types of contractors. There can be very long waits to get certain types of contractors. Specifically, if you are moving to the area and you want to build a house, some of these builders have wait lists of over 4 years right now. Getting people to do little bits and bobs around the house can be challenging. Honestly, it's a major pro of working with a local real estate agent like myself. I have my network and I have people that I can call on to come and help out my clients, but it can be challenging to get, electricians, plumbers, all of that. They're very busy, and we just don't have enough of them for the amount of demand we have. For our 5th con, we have Pittsfield's proximity to the freeway. Pittsfield's about 30 minutes from the Mass Pike, which connects us to the rest of the state pretty much. So it adds on a nice chunk to anywhere that you want to go within Massachusetts. If you want to go to Boston for the weekend, we have an additional 30 minutes in our drive rather than if you live in certain parts of Lee or Beckett. Not the end of the world. If you are looking at other towns such as North Adams, you should know that Pittsfield's a lot closer. North Adams, you'll be driving about an hour to get to the turnpike. For our 6th and final con, Pittsfield is more densely populated than a lot of other parts of our county. If you're moving to the Berkshires to live in a less populous area, and you have this vision of having a piece of land and not having a ton of neighbors right on top of you, Pittsfield is going to be a more challenging city to buy that type of property in. It does exist in Pittsfield. However, there are other parts of the county that are much less populated and there is much more available land. Pittsfield, most of the houses are in neighborhoods that are more suburby. So if your vision is to get away from people, maybe Pittsfield's not the exact match for you, and we should talk about some other parts of the county that you'd want to live in. Enough being a Debbie Downer. Let's move on to the pros of living in Pittsfield. Pittsfield really is a great place to live. First and foremost, we're going to start with number one, which is the affordability of Pittsfield. When looking at the Berkshires, there are some areas that are very expensive that a lot of people are buying second homes in and driving those prices up. However, in Pittsfield, we see single-family homes still selling for around $200,000 at the lower end of that scale. So if you're on a tighter budget and you want to get more bang for your buck in a house, Pittsfield could be a really good option for you. Number 8 and our second pro is Pittsfield is basically the business hub of the Berkshires, so we have a ton of awesome small businesses here for you to explore. If you like checking out all sorts of different boutique shops and you like being able to rely on the local business owners of a community, Pittsfield has a whole ton of that, and you'll love it here if that's your thing. Number 9 stays on the theme of business. Pittsfield has more big box stores than any other part of the county. So if you like having your Home Depot and your Walmart and all of those amenities nearby, and to save some money on some of the goods that you buy, Pittsfield has more of that than any other part of the county, really. North Adams has a good amount of that, but people find themselves driving to Pittsfield to buy all sorts of things. So if you like the easy accessibility of these big box stores, we have it here in Pittsfield, the business hub of the county. Now, to really drive home that point of Pittsfield being the business hub of the county, this is my last point about that, number 10, which is the availability of jobs in Pittsfield. Compared to the rest of the county, Pittsfield probably has the most available jobs out of anywhere in the county, which makes sense considering it's the biggest city in the county with, I think it's about 37,000 people here. So if you're moving here and you're looking to get employed in the Berkshires, Pittsfield might be a good place for you to explore because it's likely you'll have a shorter commute. Number 11 is Pittsfield is home to the Berkshire Community College. So if having a local community college is something that is important to you, that's a definite pro for choosing Pittsfield. Number 12 is going to be very important for some of you. Pittsfield, Massachusetts has a hospital with an emergency room and very capable doctors, which means that there are likely shorter response times for medical professionals to get to you and help you or your loved ones should any worst case scenarios happen. So that's a definite pro for Pittsfield. Having a hospital located nearby, I know it's very, very important for some of my clients, and is a definite pro to living in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. Number 13, and our final point, is that thing that you are so sick of hearing us damn real estate agents say all the time: location, location, location. Pittsfield, Massachusetts is centrally located to the county, so if being able to explore the rest of the county and all of the different towns from North Adams to Great Barrington to Sheffield, on and on, Pittsfield could be a really good choice for you because you have the easiest access to the entirety of the county from Pittsfield. If you are moving to the area or thinking about moving anywhere in the Berkshires, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. My contact information is all below. I'll be happy to discuss any questions you might have about any of the towns or cities in the Berkshires. I'm happy to share my local knowledge with you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all of that. Make the YouTube algorithm happy for me. Help other people discover my content so that they can learn about the Berkshires and decide whether or not this is the right area for them to move to. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. I drop a new video every single week, so hit that subscribe button and I'll see you then.